Yes, Kay, Mike Murdock at Bozard Lincoln in St. Augustine, Florida. Apologize for the delay. We were tied up with some clients, plus been a little stormy here in Florida today. Just giving you a view of our dealership. Bozard Lincoln is now the largest dealership in the country. Great facility if you guys decide to come down, or like we discussed, we'd be happy to deliver the vehicle to you. This is the Gilded green. It's a little overcast, so hopefully my camera will give you a good idea of the interior. This is the reserve package. So to answer your husband's question, the reserve comes standard with nicer 20-inch wheels. So you have your own rim design for that, and the tire is actually a Michelin tire. And then they offer an upgraded 22-inch tire, which normally is Goodyear, but it kind of depends on what contract Lincoln has at the time. But mostly they are Michelins. You'll see the camera underneath the Lincoln Star. So kind of as we discussed, this has the upgraded Lincoln co-pilot system. So you have a 360-degree view around your vehicle, which is excellent for parking, but the vehicle will automatically park itself, perpendicular and parallel parking, as well as the upgraded cruise control we talked about, adaptive cruise. You can have the car either read the speed limit signs intelligently, or you can set how many lanes you want to stay behind the car ahead of you. And that's just one of the many features. The power folding mirrors. The other nice thing is when you get within 6 to 8 feet of your Lincoln, it will welcome you. The lights will come on and wrap around the vehicle. Lincoln calls that feature Lincoln Embrace, where you get warm exterior and interior lighting. An actual lighted welcome mat comes on the ground on each side with the Lincoln Star. But let me just give you a quick view of the interior. And the green is very pretty. Hopefully the camera will bring out this leather. I think it still makes it a little orangish, but it is a nice brown interior. Maybe in the shadows you can get a better view. I think most cameras try to lighten it so you can see it well, but I think you'd be very happy with it because it is brown. Like I said, depending on the lighting, it really is closer to the brown trim you see in the middle, which is a Santa rosewood. And then the second row has the nicer captain's chairs with that full console. And you have your third row. These seats are adjustable for legroom and they recline. And you have a nice display for the rear passengers for their music, or to adjust the heated and cooled settings for the seats. Also, you have storage, and they can actually access the panoramic roof. So if they want to open the shade up above them, and most all your nicer luxury vehicles now have panoramic, a lot bigger sunroofs. Safety rating is still the same. Impressive fact, Lincoln uses such a high quality of safety glass. It has the same rollover safety rating as a steel roof. And the sound system is designed by Harman Kardon, called the Revel Ultima Audio 3 surround sound system. Really good acoustics. Plus you have noise cancellation to help quiet the interior, besides the excellent insulation in the wheel wells and the doors in between the engine and passenger compartment. When you turn it on, you'll kind of see clouds kind of welcome you to your Aviator, give you that flight theme. You can also adjust your display. So you'll notice here you can have it as simple or whatever design you like. This actually just has a speedometer in the center, and these toggle switches are really nice. It makes it very easy and interactive to adjust your settings. I don't know if you can see the heads-up display. It'll kind of show in different colors, but it's actually a soft white light that shows the info up on the windshield, but because of the camera delay. But I can go in, I can turn that heads-up display on and off. I can go into my display setup. If I like to include my odometer, I can do that as well. That's if I want to have the speed in kilometers. If I want to add a tachometer, I can actually choose that. Now you'll notice my display is different. So I have my tachometer, RPMs on the left, speed on the right. Control my sound. When you turn on your cruise control, this is really neat. So you don't have millions of buttons driving you crazy. Turn on your cruise, it lightens up down here, and the buttons are actually behind you. And you can set your cruise. This is where you can actually set your lanes and turn on that lane centering feature where the car will drive itself in cruise control. So overall, all your metals and woods are real materials. And the important things that you use a lot, like your camera, parking, and your driver assistance. So all your driver features you can access right away. Some people don't like the auto start stop being on. It's kind of mandated by the federal government to shut off the engine when you're driving and you're at a stoplight or stop sign to save fuel. But some people like that off. If you're in a performance mode too, it'll turn off automatically. But the thing with Lincoln, most vehicles you can't go in and customize your safety and your driver options. With Lincoln you can. And anything I'm not sure about, I can actually push the little eye out to the side and will give me a good visual and explanation of what the feature does. So lane keeping, I can decide if I want it on. Plus I can decide what kind of mode I like. If I want it just to alert me if I'm going out of my lane, or if I would like it to steer me back in my lane, you actually can choose alert, aid, or alert and aid. Personally, I don't like it to steer me, so I just leave it on alert. But once you customize everything to your desire, then whenever you engage it, you actually have a little button on the end of your turn signal. And that's why you have that little vehicle symbol. So you can actually turn on your lane keeping. And on the heads-up display, it actually shows up on your windshield. When you turn that on and off, you'll see two lines represent a highway up above your speed limit. But you do have heated and cooled seats. Right now I have that connected to my remote start. But you can actually come in and you can customize all the features and save them kind of to each key fob, so your car will actually know who's getting in and who's driving. So you don't have to mess with your features every time you get in the car because there's so many. But nice cup holders, they did a great job. Your drive modes that I told you about is your dial right here. So when I turn that dial, I can choose what kind of ride I'd like. If I want a performance mode, excite mode is responsive and engaging. Efficient driving for fuel. Normal is effortless and balanced. And then your slippery for bad weather or deep conditions like snow and mud. And it sets up the suspension accordingly. And your wireless charging pad's right there, which is a really smart design by Lincoln, because no matter what size your phone is, you can put it into charge. Easy entry, easy exit. If you don't have small children in the back in car seats, I can actually turn this off so it doesn't bother me. Right now that's on. And then like you said, your electric doors, very nice feature. The adaptive suspension, I wanted to show you that real quick. So you can kind of see how that vehicle settles and goes up and down. But when I actually go to settings and I go to my vehicle, you'll see that you have easy entry, easy exit. And I go there. That's where you turn on air suspension if you're getting service. Let me go back there, sorry. Just downloading a few things. So for my adaptive suspension to work, or the air ride suspension, Lincoln calls it dynamic handling, I just turn on my cargo loading, my easy access height, and then it tells you it lowers the vehicle to ease in the exit, and when parked and the ignition turns off, further lowers upon arrival to ease entry. So it actually has one setting it adjusts to when you're parked, to kind of give it a nice look, and then another setting for when you're loading people. But I'm going to turn it off real quick. I don't want this video to get too long, and it's already over 9 minutes. So when I exit the vehicle, you can see the vehicle kind of settling down right now. And I lock it, the power mirrors fold in. And then when I start it, it lowers that car even more. Hopefully you see how low it is. But it lowers the back end and the front end. Makes it real easy to get in and out of. And when I shut it off, goes to a parking mode. So, very impressive. I appreciate your patience, and let me know if you'd like me to get you an exact quote out the door. I would need you just to email me your exact address and, zip code and county, and I could get you the taxes, and if you want the finance incentives, be happy to get you that as well. But appreciate you, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon. Mike Murdock, 904-334-9889. Have a great day. Bye-bye.